Hey everyone, welcome back to Nova Talk, the podcast where we talk all things self care, self love, and everything in between. I'm your host, Kat, and today we're diving deep into a topic that's as essential as your morning coffee self love. Now, I know we hear the term self love thrown around like confetti at a millennial wedding, but what does it actually mean? And more importantly, how do we actually get there? If you're anything like me, self love might sound a bit woo woo at first, but trust me, it's as real and necessary as Netflix after a long day. So let's start with the basics. Self love isn't just about bubble baths and face masks, although don't get me wrong, those are great. It's about recognizing your worth, setting boundaries, and treating yourself with the same kindness you give to others. Think of self love as the foundation of your mental and emotional well being. Without it, everything else gets a little wobbly. But here's the thing self love doesn't just happen overnight, it's a journey, not a destination. And like any good journey, it takes time, patience, and a little bit of humor. So let's break it down into some practical steps that you can start taking today. Step one, ditch the negative self talk. So let's talk about that little voice inside your head. You know the one that pops up when you look in the mirror and says, ugh, why do I look like this? Or when you make a mistake at work and it's all, you're such a failure. Yeah, that voice, it's got to go. Negative self talk is like a toxic friend, always bringing you down, never making you feel good. So, how do you kick it to the curb? Start by being mindful of when it happens. When you catch yourself in a spiral of negativity, pause and challenge those thoughts. Ask yourself, would I say this to a friend? If the answer is no, then it's time to reframe. Replace, I'm such a mess, with, I'm doing the best I can, and that's enough. Try a little exercise I like to call the mirror pep talk. Every morning, look at yourself in the mirror and say 3 positive things about yourself. It might feel a little awkward at first, but trust me, it's a game changer. It could be as simple as, I love my smile, or I'm proud of how I handled that situation yesterday. These little affirmations can set the tone for your entire day. Now let's get real for a second. What happens when we don't practice self love? The effects can be more damaging than you might think. Without self love, we're more likely to engage in negative self talk, let people walk all over our boundaries, and never take time to celebrate ourselves. Over time, this can lead to feelings of low self esteem, anxiety, and even depression. When we constantly criticize ourselves or neglect our own needs, we send a message to our brain that we're not worthy of love and respect. This can create a vicious cycle where we start to believe those negative thoughts and feel stuck in a place of unhappiness. It can also lead to burnout because when we don't prioritize ourselves, we end up overcommitting, overworking, and overstressing, leaving little room for joy. Step 2, set boundaries like a boss. Boundaries, the ultimate act of self love. Whether it's saying no to plans when you're too tired or telling a coworker that you can't take on another project, setting boundaries is key to maintaining your sanity. Here's a little secret. Setting boundaries doesn't make you selfish. It makes you smart. It's about protecting your energy and making sure you have enough left for yourself. Start small. Practice saying no without feeling the need to explain yourself. Remember, no is a complete sentence. Create a boundary list. Write down a few areas in your life where you feel stretched too thin. Next to each one, jot down a boundary you can set. For example, if you're always answering work emails after hours, your boundary might be no work emails after 6 p.m. Stick this list somewhere visible and refer to it often. When we don't set boundaries, we open the door to being overwhelmed and even resentful. Without boundaries, we allow others to dictate how we spend our time and energy, which can lead to feelings of frustration and a loss of control over our own lives. This lack of control can make us feel powerless, leading to stress and emotional exhaustion. Step 3, celebrate your wins, big and small. So let's talk about celebrating yourself. We're all so good at cheering on our friends, but when it comes to our own achievements, we tend to downplay them. Not anymore. Self-love means recognizing and celebrating your wins, no matter how big or small. Did you get out of bed today even though you didn't want to? That's a win. Did you finally finish that project at work? Win. Did you make it through a tough day without losing your cool? Huge win. Start keeping a journal of your daily wins, and soon enough, you'll see just how amazing you really are. Start a victory jar. Every time something good happens, big or small, write it down on a piece of paper and drop it in the jar. At the end of the month, pull out those little notes and take a moment to reflect on everything you've accomplished. It's a simple yet powerful way to remind yourself of all the good things you're doing. When we don't take the time to celebrate our achievements, we risk falling into the trap of constantly chasing the next goal without ever acknowledging how far we've come. This can lead to feelings of inadequacy and a sense of dissatisfaction. Celebrating your wins isn't just a nice thing to do, it's essential for maintaining a positive and healthy mindset. Step 4, make time for activities that bring you joy. Self-love isn't just about what you don't do, like negative self-talk or overcommitting. It's also about what you do. Making time for activities that bring you joy is crucial. Whether it's hiking in nature, painting, reading, or dancing like no one's watching, these moments of joy are what fuel your soul. Schedule a joy date with yourself once a week. This could be anything that makes you feel good. Going for a walk in your favorite park, treating yourself to a nice meal, or diving into a hobby you love. The key is to make it a non-negotiable, something you do just for you, no excuses. When we neglect activities that bring us joy, life can start to feel draining. We might find ourselves stuck in a routine that doesn't leave room for fun or relaxation, leading to burnout and a lack of fulfillment. Without those little moments of joy, we can lose touch with what makes us feel alive and happy. Before we wrap up, let's do a quick recap. Step 1, say goodbye to negative self-talk. Step 2, set boundaries and stick to them. Step 3, celebrate your wins, no matter how small. And step 4, make time for activities that bring you joy. Self-love isn't always easy, but it's absolutely worth it. It's the foundation of your happiness, your mental health, and your overall well-being. So start today. Be kind to yourself, set those boundaries, and celebrate every little victory. Thanks for tuning in to Nova Talk. If you enjoyed today's episode, be sure to subscribe and share it with a friend who might need a little extra self-love in their life. And remember, the most important relationship you'll ever have is the one with yourself. So treat it like the VIP it is. Until next time, keep glowing and take care of yourself. Peace.